What is Jatropha? Well, Jatropha is an herb, a shrub, even a tree. Its origins are believed to be from Central and South America. Historically, the uses are anything from medicinal purposes to heating oil, lamp oil, even soap products. There's over 1,500 species of Jatropha that exist today. The density and resiliency of the tree makes for an incredible natural fence. The slight toxicity and smell deters animals from food crops around the globe. In fact, one of the life-saving qualities is it keeps elephants out of rural homes in Africa. One of the specific varieties is Jatropha curcus, and it's drawing a lot of attention from around the globe as the new hope for bioenergy. Jatropha curcus is considered to be carbon neutral and has many applications around the world. When properly cultivated, Jatropha curcus produces a fruit, and inside that fruit is a seed. That seed contains anywhere from 40 to 45% oil by mass, one of the best biodiesel oils on the market today. That's the new hope. Jatropha curcus is a perennial crop, yielding significant harvest by its third full year. By year 5, it's fully mature. Has a lifespan between 35 and 50 years. Surprisingly enough, this isn't the first time it's been used as a fuel source. As World War II intensified and the shortage of fuel became serious, the Japanese troops forced Indonesians and Taiwanese to grow Jatropha for their use as fuel. But as the war ended, those plantations were abandoned. In modern times, with the recent world's energy crisis, reliability on fossil fuels, global warming, and the overall push for sustainability, GFE Global and many others believe Jatropha curcus is a viable answer to many of these concerns. Jatropha absorbs CO2 when it's cultivated. Although it emits CO2 when it's burned as a fuel, the total CO2 level doesn't increase. That's why this bioenergy is considered to be carbon neutral. The scale at which Jatropha needs to be cultivated in order to be a significant source for the world's fuel supply, Jatropha would significantly impact the reduction of CO2 levels worldwide. One of the most significant characteristics of Jatropha curcus is its ability to grow on marginal land and not compete for food crops like corn and soybean. Jatropha uses far less water than other crops, and its slight toxicity actually helps to reduce the need for pesticides during cultivation. In fact, the actual propagation of the plant helps to provide an increase in the quality of the soil during its life cycle. The leaves will fall on the ground naturally as a process, and the high nitrogen content in the leaves actually helps to bring back nutrients to the soil. Jatropha is an exceptionally resilient crop. That's how it made it to Africa and to Asia. In the 16th century, the Portuguese merchants discovered its medicinal qualities and its ability to live and survive out of the ground without water for months, and thus surviving a long ocean journey. Jatropha does have its limitations. It does not take to a hard freeze and doesn't like a lot of water. So what is Jatropha? We've given you a lot of history today. I think the better question might be, what will Jatropha become? GFE Global believes Jatropha quite possibly will be our solution to the world's future fuel and energy needs. Thank you very much. Oh wait, you know, we pruned these things about 2 months ago. Let me ask you this, right?
3 main points.
Is that dead?
What
This
is
one's
Jatropha?
dead.
Secondly is research
It's been out
and
here for
practical.
2.5,
And
3
third thing
months
is
in hot Costa
conclusion.
Rican sun. Now this is a great example of what we'll do
Here,
with these sticks
this video,
is
it explains
we'll cut the end off again,
what is
stick in the
Jatropha,
ground,
all of its
water,
aspects
in a
to be
couple of
clear
weeks,
for everybody
it'll have
before we
leaves
go
again.
into
We'll be
practical
using this
part.
as a fence. Maybe even keeping those elephants out of your house.
Okay. So that was information about Jatrouva, and further why Jatrouva in Egypt, for example, Egyptian case is better than in another place or another desert. The answer we can find here. It was in Luxor in south of Egypt. It proved that it's better than in other countries for many reasons. One of them that it has a high rate of growth and productivity, and shrubs produce seeds after just 18 months of planting, while in other countries it takes about 3 years. Also, at the beginning, it was just for fighting desertification using wastewater, but then when biodiesel oil was produced and extracted, and it was refined in UK laboratories, it was proved that it has high productivity level than in other countries. And this also another reason, because here we can see, here we can see it's a wastewater treatment plant. The unique Egyptian model is depending on waste land and wastewater at the same time. So irrigation is done by wastewater, and here you can see it's desert land. Here it's before plantation, and here it's after plantation. This also image from experimental project in Luxor. And here we can see how it is, like how the fruit, it looks so healthy than other trees. And this, like, it was proved that it has high productivity, but the environmental aspect was important, and that was the core of my like thesis. I make environmental life cycle analysis, and here we can see like a negative impact. Negative value. It means environmental benefit. And here Jatrouva we can see in red compared to rapeseed biodiesel in green, and compared to fossil diesel in yellow. We see the big environmental benefits of Jatrouva biodiesel compared to rapeseed and fossil diesel, which has high negative environmental impact concerning resources. And this is the single score. It shows also the effect on four main impacts: human health, ecosystem quality, climate change, and resources. And again, here it is proved that even environmentally, it means like during the production and all of that steps, Jatrouva has largest environmental benefit compared to rapeseed biodiesel, and even compared to fossil diesel, which we can see here, it has negative environmental impact. Again, we have to note negative points. It means environmental benefits, not vice versa. And finally, here is the conclusion. What it can offer: reduce unemployment, and is it a chance also for European Union policy to include land use at international level to achieve lower than 2 degrees target for fighting climate change and fighting desertification, and finally securing clean energy for transportation in Europe by using biodiesel. And that's all. Thank you for your attention. Okay.